Breaking news today. Update on the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. So, now what? After the Wagner Rebellion, the largest challenge to Putin's authority in 2 decades, the bromance between the world's two most powerful autocratic strongmen, President Xi Jinping of China and President Vladimir Putin of Russia, began to show signs of strain. Since the Ukraine conflict and the escalation of Sino-American rivalry, the level of concern in Western capitals over the development of a Eurasian, no limits, alliance between the People's Republic of China and the Russian Federation has subsided. While it's still early, a series of high-level meetings between the two powers in recent weeks has demonstrated clear efforts by Beijing, reciprocated by Washington, to contain their geostrategic rivalry to competition rather than confrontation. The impetus for these actions, as noted favorably in a recent New York Times article by Ryan Hass, is that Mr. Xi's big bet on the Russian leader isn't looking so safe, as the Kremlin's war effort seems to be collapsing. Mr. Putin's Russia has been revealed as a weak, unpredictable nuclear state on China's border, with a wounded leader whose long-term hold on power is not assured, thanks to the failed insurrection led by Wagner mercenary group chief Yevgeny Prigozhin, according to the author. According to his analysis, the Xi-Putin friendship is at an all-time high. If that's the case, the PRC will need to do some serious scenario planning if it wants to overtake the United States as the world's most powerful country in the next decade or two. The Chinese Communist Party is showing signs of advocating for a broader international alliance to oppose West and its hegemony over international institutions, while the Chinese leadership looks to reach out to potential successors to Mr. Putin. Is India a potential ace in this hand? However, if Beijing were to initiate a reasonable and realistic offer to settle the long-standing Sino-Indian boundary dispute, the current Indian animus towards China could be significantly blunted. Of course, Delhi has no intention of abandoning its ever closer ties with Washington. Not only would a resolution of the boundary dispute benefit India's economy, but it would also give the country the space to grow, as economists put it. If India can resolve its dispute with its northern neighbor while maintaining strong ties to the United States, Europe, Japan, and other partners across the globe, including in the Global South, the United States-led West will have little to complain about. The onus, however, remains on China. It is up to Beijing to decide whether it would rather continue funding a failed state like Pakistan, a waning power like Russia, and a crazed regime like North Korea, or to meaningfully engage with a rising power like India. It's safe to assume that President Xi will prioritize China's national interest in his decisions. India, on the other hand, shouldn't count on China making the first move, but it should be ready to respond if China does so, all the while prioritizing India's own strategic interests.